Welcome guys to the Ascent Division 2 semi-final playoffs. Tonight with me I have Robolt and
What's up, everybody?
And myself is Akira. So Robolt, how are you going tonight?
I'm actually pretty good. How are you, Akira?
I'm wonderful, my dude. I'm pretty hyped for tonight's matches. Both of these teams playing for the finals here, and I'm hoping for some great games tonight. So we have 6 head versus 1 HP. So we have 6 HP currently in the blue and 1 HP in the blue shorts. So we're going to see what these guys are going to be picking here.
Okay, so what do you think the comps are looking like, Akira?
Alright, looking at these comps, we have a dive comp, or a semi-dive comp, coming out from 1 HP, and a nice standard, like what I call a standard comp, or maybe even a variant on the goats coming out from the blue, which is this 6 head style. I'm looking forward to this. I don't know how these comps are really going to interact. Both of them could counter the other, so we're going to see how this goes on this lighthouse. Teams coming from spawn now, and hopefully we'll meet in this middle of the map. We're going to see if any of these teams do try and contest this point first off.
So what's the win condition for the dive? What's our win condition?
The win condition for the dive, so for 1 HP, they need to be taking out this Brigitte or this Lucio. Both these teams currently shield breaking down, and now the point getting capped. 6 people on point, capped down to 16 now. Final. So we're now in a retake scenario here. I have nothing really too much happening. Poke going down, and Red Mage taking a fair bit of damage. How are you going? First person going down.
I'm actually pretty good.
Side. I'm wonderful, my dude. Wow. Okay. Sorry. We now have a really fast shadow by Bread here. So playing for the finals, we're going to see a shadow coming up and a Brigitte ultimate. Maybe even the Mora games tonight. Over to we have McCree from Menace versus the Primal from Red Mage and the Lucio from Not Cam Little. What do you see in the blue here? What do you want to see? 1 HP in the blue shorts.
Well, more than likely you would want to conserve the support ult, but ideally just use Shadow and maybe Brigitte ult.
Okay, that is the high tide. The high noon being popped, instantly getting swapped out. That's going to be hit by the shield from Red. Or a Shadow going to take out Menace out from 1 HP, and Red's going to be stuck. Now Purple down on point. What I call a Diva going to finish that up. No, sorry, it is the boot. Diva now going to be deviant, and that is going to be Red Mage taking this point from the quite decisively based on Menace's High Noon taking out 3 members. I'm looking forward to this. Jumping James. I don't know.
So what do you think of the swaps?
Really going to the swaps. So Menace realizing that Red is just going to try and eat all of these, and on PK Slayer on the Stevo, hopefully going to eat these teams. He's going to swap out now, though, and into their team comp. The Brig, the Reinhardt, and the Zaya. It's going to be hard. Zaya going to pop her ultimate. Taylor, it's going to be a 2-man. The Boot going to be getting up onto the high ground.
So what's the win condition?
Now there's going to be some more damage coming through from both teams. Nobody going down just yet. He's going to be popped 1 HP. And that's about it. Jumping James going to go down. Going to be answered by Not Littles. Currently, this is going to be a pretty even fight. All things considered, Red going to pop their ult. Oh, getting booted out of the charge. Going to now get popped out by the Diva ulti. And it's just going to be looking like easy cleanup by Red Mage. Red Mage, the Lucio, Not Cam Little, going to have to run away for their life.
I'm actually pretty good.
And that's going to be it here for this next fight. Okay, now it's going to be we now have a really fast shadow by Bread here. So Pharaoh's so strong against
Okay,
Goats.
you're gonna see a
So this
Shatter
isn't a...
coming up.
Oh, actually,
And
no, it isn't a true Goats
great.
comp because they
Maybe
have
even the
Taylor
more games
on
over
this
to
McCree. If they had him
Uh,
on
16
Desire
Menace
on the
versus
Roadhog, it'd be a true
Primal
Goats.
Mermaid
But
and the
the
loser from
Pharaoh here,
Little.
though they have McCree, it's just one Pharaoh here. But why I think Pharaoh's going to be so effective is they're going to have these not enough range. Unless PK Slayer can eat these McCree shots, Pharaoh won't have free range and will just be able to go in. Instantly getting though at the moment, Menace going to get totally down. Right side of the fight. This should be a free fight if the healer can come through.
Going to take out Menace.
Now, Red Mage going to be taken down. Diva going to be taken low. Getting deep range. Deep coming out. Pharaoh, the last one on point. Not going to be able to be DSP for very long. No team to support her.
I think that was a pretty solid fight, especially with the amount of ults going down. It looks very, very good for a retake.
And especially with
So what do you think of the
OneHP's ult bank coming through, we're going to have the Doomfist ult, we're going to have the Ana, we're going to have the Pharaoh ult, and this should be an easy take for 1HP. They don't have a lot of time though, so they're going to have to start this fight very, very early. But if they're coming in, Nana getting popped, Taylor getting taken low. Oh, coming through, taking down both DPS from 1HP. Now, this is coming through really, really nicely. I don't think this might go much more nicely.
Going down just yet.
More people getting taken through, and this fight going to be lean down. How? By 6.
Currently, this is going
What
to
a
be
fantastic use of ults, especially since the creating so much space and taking off the
out
DPS.
of the charge, going down. Most of these fights started by 2, and he is getting taken out from like the McCree both times, taking out 2 or maybe not members of the opposing team. That shouldn't be possible, especially with this Diva, especially with this Winston. They have to be timing their abilities properly. We'll see how it goes out. Wow. Taylor coming through with the BM spam message. We'll see how this goes out. So, it looks like here... What team comps are they currently running, Robot?
It looks to be 2 variations of dive, one running a Sombra Genji, a pretty good comp, and then McCree, a single DPS on the side of the one-handed. 1 HP.
And do you think the 1 DPS is going to work better or worse?
Well, it depends. If they give him enough space to do the damage, it might work. The support should keep him up, but if they're separated, they've got no chance.
Yeah, currently iFrag doing a lot of work in the backline. Though, DPS, currently, team's members going down. He's going to have to reset pretty quickly. So, unfortunately, iFrag, even with himself getting 80% of his next ultimate, has to just leave and let his team not take this point.
I do like the Sombra pick, though. It gives you the ability to win a free team fight, if done correctly.
If done correctly. So with the Nano, or not even Nano Genji, the Genji Sombra, I expect nearly a team wipe, especially against Lucio. The ability to take out the sound barrier is absolutely huge if used correctly. Blade getting popped really early though. Zen going down. He's now jumping around, doing a bunch of damage, but not getting any kills. Now the Brick going down. No healers on the other side. This should be a free fight. And now, the Diva ult is now getting popped. We'll see what happens. No! 3 getting popped by this Diva ult. Now, this... Wow, unfortunate. Now, this is going to be another entire reset. And, man, that is some feels bad from Sixhead.
Yeah.
After winning the first point so decisively.
As we saw before, as the Sombra popped EMP, there was no follow-up, and then Diva Bomb came down. There was no chance to follow up any of the hack targets.
So, what do you think with the? They now have 2 ults. So, with the Bread with the Winston primal range and Desmond, Desmond's going to pop straight into the engage here. And there's the first pick on Hex. Desmond, that's huge. Primal range now getting popped. Now. The Menace in the backline getting booped around, but still doing some nice damage. The Winston and the Diva still sitting on point, contesting, and nothing else as much as happening here. Flake will get kicked out.
Just a very long fight,
Yep.
and now it's cleaned up.
So Flagor now getting finally popped off point, and the heals going over to Bread. So this is a 99% stall. That's huge here.
Correct, especially with Trans and Blade coming up. Blade, unless they can take out this Zenyatta, this Blade is going to be useless.
Yep. Though we are seeing currently 2 ultimates. We're going to see iFrag with his ultimate, the Genji Blade, and PK Slayer with his. Into 4 ults. Now the Brigger's ult is popped. Flagor now popping his. How many is this going to pick? It's only going to pick the Moira. And now Zen going to be going to pop his ult as well. This should be a full wipe. McCree now ulting. They're popping absolutely everything here. And Moira, Sombra going to fade away. This shouldn't be a recontest here. And it's going to be the second point, tying it up 1-1. So 1HP and 6 head now tied fully up in this best of 5 here, Rawbolt.
Correct. As we said earlier, if the one DPS comp on the other side is and the McCree's given space, he can do so much work. And what happened there? Given so much space to do so.
Menace is doing a lot of work these rounds. Like, I think he's one of the sole reasons that 1HP are doing so well at the moment. His shots are on point. His ultis, his positioning. Menace at the moment, I think, is online for this MVP. At least for Ilios.
And we have another goat, another variation of goats again.
Another variation of goats. 6 head jumping and staying with the same comp, even though it isn't. Well, it worked for first point. It isn't really working for second. We're gonna see if it works for well. I mean, the Hog Orisa combo is something that is very, very common at this point. To be honest, I'm surprised, that 6 head isn't running themselves, especially that they're contesting right room so hard. Yeah. Alright, this is now devolving into a shield break war. Who kills the shield faster will win this point. And it seems like 1HP are doing the better job. Getting booped out. This Lucio, not Cam Little, doing quite a chunk of work here. Now, will the shield break? The shield is now broken for 6 head. Will the tanks die? No. But the point will be taken by 1HP. Menace now popping his ultimate already! Popping Bread out instantly here. Wow, that's some fast ultimates coming through. And Nano being wasted, unfortunately, here for Robo.
Unfortunately, yeah. It looks the comps are getting very, very similar at the moment. We're running, yeah, very similar with both McCrees, with one putting more work in than the other at the moment.
What do you think, though, of the Roadhog versus the D.Va, pick-wise?
Well, the D.Va is very good, especially if the Hog gets a hook, but if D.Va there's no way to get out, then she's just easy bait for the Hog.
So what you're saying here, Robolt, is that if she wastes shifts, she dies?
Correct. Since D.Va's only big ability, other than Defense Matrix, is her shift. So if she gets caught in an awkward position, doesn't have shift, she can't get out. Like that.
That is Bread and Taylor going down. That is 2 key members. And so this is going to be a flat regroup. They are having a really nice ulti bang. Taylor nearly with his ult, killing. And same with PK Slayer. This is nearly a 6 ult team for 6 head.
It's 6 ults versus 6 ults nearly. So it's now just to see who uses their ults better.
Yep. And what would you like to see being popped here first?
I'd probably say damage boost and probably McCree ult, because it forces the shield to go down early.
Yep.
And I would at least
supercharger. But unfortunately, 2 members from 6 head going down instantly. The next 2 following very, very quickly on the back of Menace, popping them out. This is going to be another reset. So this might be a red mage map. Sorry, a 1 HP map.
Correct. It's ticking down very, very quick, so somebody has to force suicide basically
5%.
just to get to the map.
It is.
I think the Divas have to take the sacrifice.
Speeders coming in. The sound barrier getting popped instantly. Oh, sound barrier nicely blocking the D-roll. The D-roll here. And we're going to see what happens. The Nano Hog being popped. And most of that was aided by the D.Va. Flagor doing so much work. No, unfortunately being hooked out, and that is going to be the retake at 99% here.
But the cost of that fight was all their ults, so now they're coming in against a Transcendence and a Sound Barrier.
Yep, both support ults coming through. Menace 75% to his McCree ults, which have been so deadly. So keep an eye on Menace's ultimates. This should be huge, especially with the ults coming through, the support ults coming through. We're gonna have to see what happens here. Menace and the Brigade coming through. Lucio ult coming through and gonna pop out. One first going down. Red Mage getting absolutely demolished. Menace is now going to move on to this Roadhog. Flash coming through. Gonna get it hooked and going to be taken down to 40 HP. Going to be taken out and just get away. Diva now being taken out and Taylor going to clean up. Menace finally cleaning up this. He's going to have his ult. Is he going to pop it though? Diva now sitting on point behind this Orisa shield. And are they going to be able to take out this Orisa shield in time? It seems like they are. They're going to be able to keep the point going. Now at 60% to 99. They're holding this really well. The ult coming through. Oh, Menace with another 2k! Taylor's going to try and, counter ulti with his high note. Only going to get people low and not finish anybody. Come on, Desmond and PK's player.
This looks very, very bad. I think this is all over.
Taylor last line going to take out Cam Little, but is this too little? Too late! Flagor going to zone out. Is there anybody else that can test? No, Taylor has to run in. Then going to get popped. Phoebe going down. Unfortunately, not going to be able to touch in time. And 1HP is going to take Ilios.
1-0 up. Yep.
1-0 up. And that was a pretty convincing fashion here, wasn't it, Robot? Especially with look at this play of the game from Menace.
Menace has been a devastating force for her 1 HP, causing so much damage.
The shield just breaking before he pops this high note. And then, oh, look at that. That's the 3k. So Menace coming in clutch, doing so much work. Man, this guy's a pleasure to watch.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more with you. But what makes McCree so terrifying is that damage if in close range. Nothing really. The only thing that compares to him is, well, let's say Widowmaker. But if you get him up close, nothing is as terrifying as the McCree.
Oh, the flashbang fan, the hammer. Whoo!
Yeah, it's very, very strong. Not as strong as against tanks though.
Robot, did you know though that if you fan the hammer and pull down slightly on your mouse, that the fan the hammer spray is actually slightly less.
Correct.
A lot of players don't actually know this, and you see them fan the hammer, and half the fan the hammer goes over the head of the hero they're trying to hit. So if you pull down slightly on the fan the hammer, you will actually hit another 2 or 3 shots, which you normally wouldn't.
Correct, and that might be the difference between getting an elimination and them getting heals. So I agree completely with you.
Alright, so, Robot, we have currently seen 2 variation of goats, and now we're moving to Route 66. Will we see anything special coming out of either of these teams?
I don't know, I'm kind of hoping for a bit of Sombra, maybe a bit of Pharah, especially with how open this map is, but I don't know. Goats has been very prevalent in this meta.
On the attack or on the defense? That is a huge question.
Correct. Sombra can work for both sides, especially she's very good at getting the health back. So defense, she's very strong, especially because she can counter many pushes, especially because her EMP disables everything for 4 or 5 seconds.
Yep.
But I don't know.
So Robo, wanting to see this Sombra, personally, I'm looking forward to attack Widow or attack Hanzo. The may or may not decide this first point, or some really sick dive with some Genji. Some Winston, some D.Va, some Genji, some classic dive. Just to dislodge this Dyna hold, which most teams go for. And on the defense, what's your take on the Tourbillon?
Ooh, the Tourbillon is originally was not a very strong pick, bit more of a bad man pick, kind of just insult the enemy. But now after the changes, he can be used.
well, realistically,
Oh.
yeah, no, I completely agree with that one. Especially getting your turret up on the high ground, up on that little wooden platform just left of the diner. If you're on attack, the Tourbillon turret will aggro people up by the deadlock sign, and that is a chunk of damage which people don't really expect, especially a Pharah, especially a Widow, especially most of those flankers. They try and dive the backline, and the Tourbillon turret just shreds them down, and they don't expect it because they're tunnel vigiling their supports.
Correct. Well, Tourbillon's now built more of as an anti-flanker, so basically all Tracer, Genji, Doomfist should be a bit more worried when Tourbillon comes out to play.
So we're looking for a dive comp or a pick comp from attack. We're looking for a Tourbillon from the defense. Is there anything else you particularly want to see from defense here?
The only thing I'm thinking of is Sombra, but Sombra can be used to both sides, so Tourbillon would be an interesting pick. I can completely agree.
So, would you be liking the defense Sombra to counter the attacking Sombra, or for its own strat?
I would say because you can use Sombra for both teams, and if the attacking Sombra does use EMP, you can try to bait out the sound barrier, because as you said earlier, the EMP does cancel out sound barriers, so it can be used for both.
Cool. So, the thing I want to say with that then is, what do you think is stronger, the attacking Sombra or the defense Sombra?
Well, on Route 66, there are a lot of health packs. The defending Sombra can work, but since of how the map plays out, especially when you get to the end, I think the attacking Sombra is stronger.
So, what DPS do you want to synergize with the Sombra? Do you want a Genji to dive with? Do you want some solid DPS with a Soldier or McCree? What would you like to see backing up the Sombra?
Well, you can work with a lot of ults, especially because Sombra sets up, you could say Blade, like you've said, you could do Tactical Visor, you could do McCree ult. It works with a lot of things, but if you combo a lot of ults together, so Shatter, EMP, maybe Diva Bomb, then the combinations are endless.
And that they are. But with the attack, right, you get to choose when you want to engage, and you get to choose when you want to pop the Sombra. You can hold the Sombra ult for longer, because you can sit down and be like, hey, do we have ults to follow up with my Sombra ult? As a defense Sombra, unfortunately, you just kind of have to pop it when they engage on you, and to try and nullify one of their ults. Like, let's say Genji Blades, you just pop it to go, Genji, you can't dash anymore.
Correct.
As opposed to popping it when you have a combo to go with. So, looking at that, I'm feeling that the attacking Sombra might be a little bit stronger, albeit will not have as much pressure on these health packs unless the defense Sombra can sit down and run, like, you know what I mean by doing the routine, going
Correct.
large health pack under the diner, doing the cave health pack, doing the
Correct.
small health pack behind the sign. If she can do a route which just incorporates it quite nicely, just as they start nearly despawning quotation marks, and gives no attack option with their Sombra to start hacking these health packs, I think the defense Sombra might have a slight edge if they can do it properly.
Just depends on the positioning of both Sombras, like you've just said.
Alright, anyway, we are currently going into the first point of Route 66. 1HP will currently be defending, and 6 head on the attack. So, we now have Flagor and Red Mage on a Reinhardt and a Zarya. We look like we're going to be running a standard comp, but we are going to see this Sombra. Oh, no, we might not be seeing the Sombra coming out.
Oh, we're getting Goats against the dive with Sombra.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to see this coming out. So we're going to see a Zarya, Roadhog, Diva, Reinhardt with a Mercy and a Moira. Whew.
We're going back to the Slambulance has arrived.
Oh, no, we're going to see another change. Oh, alright, I'm not going to talk about these team comps yet, Rumble. They're changing too much, man. They're changing way too much. I don't know what I want to be saying here. Alright, so, we're going to see the Reinhardt Zarya, Ana Zen, and the Sombra Hanzo from 1HP. Alright?
The grab Dragon Strike combo is so strong wherever you play. If you can set it up, it's basically a team wipe.
But who is Fabi going to be nanoing on this team comp? He can nano the menace, but is Menace going to be able to hit these shots in these clutch nano situations? Wait, Yui? Pardon? Okay, sorry, but Yui apparently just suicided off the map.
I think he was just trying to hack the health back and he accidentally translocated off the cliff, I'm gonna guess.
Ooh, that something feels bad. That is going to slow down time. That is another 15 seconds, which Sixhead just can't go in. Anyway, we haven't talked about Sixhead's comp here for a while.
No, we haven't, but I'm actually quite liking it. It's another variation of dive, very prevalent on this map, especially with the amount of high ground. And I'm liking the combo, Sombra and Genji. This looks very, very solid.
And so, are we looking at the Nano Blade with the Sombra? Is that the main combo we should be seeing out of this team?
I think so. If they can get, I think I'll.
Oh, anyway, dive starting to come in. First person going down, Jumping James, going to be taken down by Menace here, and that might be the blunt of the first push. Now the shot's coming through. He's nearly at ultimate. Same with Red Mage. The defense comp coming through pretty huge here. And Desmond though, kind of coming through with the nano on the attack. Unfortunately, iFrag still 70% onto his ultimate. Not going to be able to combo that quite yet.
Akira, just a quick question. Did Sombra just hack the mini health back on the left side? Was that probably the best place to hack?
I think it'd be but it'd be the best place to hack if they have a bit of time to actually get to it. Though first person going down, not Cam Little going down, Fabi now going down. No healers left for OneHP. So now playing with what they have. Hex are going to hack the small health pack just to get a little bit more health. And the hold going to come through. Sixhead going to have to disengage this one quite quickly. And now they're going to go for these health packs just to heal up with no healers. So Sombra coming in actually quite clutch here. Alright,
now we have a lot of ults online on both sides now.
So 1HP now has the Zarya, Hanzo, Sombra combo if they so choose. Although, Blade's going to come through from iFrag, going to get stuck in the grab, and the nano going to get popped. Menace going to take that out. That is huge. That should have been their team wipe. Unfortunately, going to be taken out by one pop. One thing. We're going to get some more ults getting popped. Yui's going to pop that Sombra ult. Going to take out two with that. Fabi going to hit some nice shots, trying to heal people up. And Red going to get slept out. That is actually a huge play. And that is going to be another, basically, reset from Sixhead. They have to start taking these fights a lot more. They have to pop everything. And unfortunately, it doesn't seem like it's happening. Red getting taken quite low. Now half. Now down to 2 bar from Menace's shots. He's going to get out with his jump. And wow, these fights they look quite untighted to the side of 1HP.
And it's not long to go, especially with less than 30 seconds left. They've got to take a win now, otherwise it's looking very, very bad.
And ults are now being stacked up, unfortunately, well against Sixhead. And what do you think they should do here? What should they be popping? Where should they be going?
I don't know what you can do. Like, the only idea you can think of is using loose sound barrier, but there's the EMP, which is waiting on the opposite side ready for them.
Do they know that the EMP is ready though? Nano getting popped onto iFrag's Genji. Oh, that is a huge... Menace taking out iFrag's Nano Blade, getting nanoed himself now, and going to hit this Winston out. He's now going to look for this Ana. Going to get this high ground. Going to look for this Ana yet again. Going to move onto this Winston. Red going to be, oh no, crying a little bit inside. Getting taken down half. One dead. Now, PK Slayers, Diva Bomb going to take out Menace, which is going to buy a little bit of time. Unfortunately, not enough. This is going to be a first point hold here for Robalt.
This does not look good. I can tell you that. They will need to pull off a miracle at this rate to hold them out.
So what kind of miracle would you like to see? Do we want to see one of those brilliant pirate ships coming out? Do you think that would work?
That could possibly work on against goats. Yes, the damage from the bastion should be able to shred through that, but I don't think they're going to be pulling that trick in this game.
Mm. Remember, guys, this is for the second map in this best of 5. If 1HP takes this, they're now 1 point away from match point. And 6head are going to have their work cut out for them trying to pull out this reverse sweep. So, they really do want this map. Otherwise, they're in for a long series.
It's all or nothing now. This is where they have to make their stand. If they can win this, they'll have a chance. But if they don't, halftime's going to be looking very, very bad for them.
Alright, and Robot, what do you think these team comps are looking like at the moment? Who do you think has the edge? At least in the preliminaries before people start swapping really randomly again.
Okay, with what the comps we have, we've got the Sombra, we got the Genji, so we have at least a combo there. But Yui is on the Brigitte, which might be a problem, especially with the amount of heals. So it's a goat versus looks like another tank heavy.
But does that mean for 1HP that they could run the Sparrow and do a damn lot of work? This is a all or nothing comp. It seems by 6head. If they lose one or two of these fights, 6head do have the chance to start, countering it.
Just look at this positioning.
Alright, first charge coming through. Red Mage getting instantly destroyed, overextending. Hex now trying to do so much damage at this backline. Now going to Sombra recall back all the way back into spawn. And this is going to look like the first hit going with the way of 6head.
Well, they're definitely going to try and make that miracle. I can tell you that. And it looks like they're they're throwing everything at it to see what works.
A lot of free push coming through though. They're already at the side with no congestion. 6head have to contest very, very soon. Otherwise, this is going to be a free point. This is now the last fight. They have to go in now or never. Boop coming through from Jumping James. Jumping James now going to try and 1v1 this Sombra in the background. Sombra going down to Jumping James. Huge play from this Lucio. Now, the Genji going to be popped out. And Jumping James actually doing a lot of work there as a support. He's now going to head back, try and taxi his Rhine back.
If Hex can get his EMP up and disable this loose sound barrier, this might be all over.
Here's 90%. This should be quite quick, depending on how much damage he does. So this at the moment is all on Hex. 99%, 100%. Hex now has ult. Will he be able to get it off though? This is a 3 ult comp. We're gonna have a Genji Nanoblade. Hopefully, there's the Genji Nanoblade. Ult coming through. Ifrag gonna get popped out. That is 4 down from this side of 6head. Is this going to be a team fight? Tank coming through onto the Diva. Ryan got to swing down, and that is the Diva down. This is going to be a team kill for 1HP, and this is going to be point 2. Map 2 going on the way of 1HP.
They're now 2-0 up, 1 map needed to win the match. This has looked very, very promising. Especially Menace, he's been a danger man this game.
Most of these points seem like they are on the back Menace. Look at this ultimate. Huge blade. Look at that. The nice positioning and actually, his shifts, his dashes are hitting the ground just after or just before the person he's trying to kill. He's hitting the damage and getting the swipe off. A lot of Genjis will just dash through the person and then be in no range to start swiping away with their blade.
Correct. Most Genjis don't realize that you can change the actual range of your dash by looking further up or further down, kind of like cancelling your Winston jump.
Well, with the Genji though, you kind of have to hit the ground. So if you double jump into the air, shift into the ground, you can kind of control how far your shift will go.
Correct.
So
map number 3, Hanamura.
So this is 6head's last chance. They get to choose this map. So they've chosen Hanamura out of the map pool. We assume they've practiced this map a little bit. They've chosen it, so they must have a strategy ready in.
Correct. This is all or nothing for them now.
That it is. Do you think... So, alright. So what we've seen thus far, yeah? we've seen Sixhead going towards this more goat style comp or a variation of the goats. Do you want to see some very differentness? So do we want to see them trying to play a fair? Do we want to see them trying to play dive? Do we want to see them try and play standard? Do they need to try and change this up? Or do you think the goats will work here? Or the variation of goats?
I do agree, especially because goats is now very prevalent, but they need to change something because they're currently not getting enough damage, or there's something not going right with them, and they can't get those team fight wins.
Especially with 1HP, Menace being a absolute menace in the backline with the Skenji, being an absolute menace with these high noons. It's 12 o'clock, boys, and it looks like it's 1HP time.
At this rate, I think Sixhead's target now is just to focus Menace and make sure he can't do any work. Because at this rate, it looks like 1HP is being heavily carried by the amazing plays of Menace.
So, will they have recognized this by now? Or will this be but another stop?
I'm not sure. I think if Sixhead can pick up that Menace is doing all the work, and then they deliberately start throwing the tanks at them to make sure that he can't do enough work, I think Sixhead has a chance to this map.
So, what do you think is worth dying or trading for Menace? Would it be a tank, a DPS? What is the trade worth? Is it even 2 from the side of Sixhead that is worth for Menace?
Theoretically, if you had to give someone up, I would say the main tank. So the wins in the Reinhardt to get rid of Menace.
So Bread.
Correct. He would need to give up his life just to trade for him, and that would be worth it for for Sixhead.
So we're looking for the 1-on-1 on Menace. If it is more than a 1-on-1, do you think it'd still be worth it? So let's say it is the Winston or it is the DPS. If it is both, would it still be worth for Menace? And trying to fight out this 5v4.
Theoretically, if you had the ults to pull it off, yes, it's worth the trade. If you don't have the ults, no. Ideally, you want to trade either 1 for 1 or even better 1 for 0. You don't have to die to kill it.
Well, ideal world. We're talking about worst case scenario here. If you had to do it, what are you willing to do? Hell, are you even willing to trade an ultimate just for Menace here? Is this a Menace Bastion or is he trolling here?
Hold on, I'm actually, if this is gonna happen, Dreams, please be the sim. Come on, help me. Oh,
come on. Oh, dude.
It's the May. Hold on. This still looks promising.
Oh, this could be the Bastion boost. The Bastion boost. This could be a high ground Bastion from Menace here. I am. Oh, that is.
It's Goats versus Bastion. This is Bastion's dream.
Bastion's dream. Hopefully PK Slayer can defense matrix and hold defense matrix long enough to deal with Menace on this. So, where do you think 1HP will be going with this Bastion? I'm thinking left's window? Or is there something else?
I think that could be... Actually, I think just there is where they're set up right now would be a perfect spot, because it gives you enough time to back off to point. But if Sixhead can get to point, I think it looks very bad for 1 HP.
So Pagola coming in and a goat from Sixhead. So at the moment, I think Sixhead should go through right room, up through high ground right hand side and across the balcony, and that should keep their barriers and Diva Mech intact long enough to get through and onto point. And that should give Bastion a bad line of sight. So let's see if they recognize this and Homus can speed the boost them through.
But Menace already at 40% on his ult. This is going to be a problem.
No, they're going to go underwards, and this is going to be a direct contest of this Bastion. The shield going down for Bread. Bread now has no shield. This could be a terrible thing if people start moving around.
Hold on, they're going all the way around the back of the point. This is brilliant.
This might be brilliant, depending. Menace still raining down all hell. Through the window, PK Slayer not safe. Taylor now getting absolutely destroyed. And, okay, the reload coming through. Best now has a shield going down for the Reinhardt, which is Bread. Now, Hex hopefully should be starting to freeze people. Oh, Reinhardt getting freeze walled off point. Taylor could be in a lot of trouble. Personal coming through, trying to save them. And no, Frost coming through. And Taylor getting it taken down by a nice freeze headshot from the May. And that is going to be a reset. People jumping off the map. 6 head. Unfortunately, not a successful push.
No, and I don't think they're going to be making any changes. So I think they've discovered or figured out a way to get around this Bastion, especially now that he's got his ultimate and nano boost ready.
So, Robo, do you think Bastion should pop his ult in this next fight, or should hold it?
I think if the Moira ult comes out, use it. If not, I think try to save it.
Sorry, split wall. Reinhardt and Moira getting split from the team. Even now, nearly with their ult. Now the little mini rockets getting popped out, and it looks like 6head are going to do exactly the same thing. No, they're going to go through the small health point room, and there's going to be a nano bastion getting charged out, and going to be put down back in. Breeze coming through, and oh my god, look at this damage. Though CC going to be the bane of this bastion, and this might actually be a 6head fight. They're coming through onto the point.
As I did say earlier, the target for Brad is just a trade for Menace, but it doesn't look like they've even done that.
No, that is going to be the freeze. This might actually be a lost fight. No, 2 people coming through. Shadow coming through. Menace now going to be super low. No, going to take out Jumping James. Menace now on half health, healing himself up. Now going to be finally taken down. Flagel going to be one of the few people left running around. And, oh, that was a hold and a half.
I'm impressed. And there's now the massive stagger of PK Slayer, which might give enough time for Menace to get back to point.
It will actually give enough time for Menace to get back to point, even though that the Diva is faster. Menace is now at the large health back, and it will be able to start contributing to fights from this point onwards. And even from a bad angle, that is still contributing. Alright, fight starting coming down. Red Mage is going to be nanoed up, and Red Mage is going to be taken very, very low. He still does have the Orisa. Whoa, Taylor getting absolutely demolished by this Nano Orisa. Orisa still has the supercharger, going to pull in both support, and we're going to reset his shield. It is still a 5v5, another person going down. iFrag, unfortunately, one of the healers going down. Shield going to be popped. That is going to be the Moira Fade. Moira going to be taken down instantly as soon as she pops Koa. This Red Mage now has to pop ult very, very quickly. And this is the last fight. Oh, wow. That is a beautiful, beautiful wall out by the May here. Going to now Menace, going to pop out 2. Wow. That is a huge play. And that should be the 3-0 from the side of OneHP.
Correct. Now, there's literally only one chance to draw to have a chance for the next to go to another map. But this looks very, very unlikely.
Yep, this looks well on the way up to 3-0, and if we're looking at the team comps, how they've been running out, we should be seeing a Goats on the attack. Should we be seeing a May on defense? Should we be seeing a Torbjorn on defense? Should we be seeing a Symmetra? Do we want to see that toxic strat coming out that we've seen time and time again in solo queue? The Torb, the Sim, the Bastion, the May. All 4 of those on this first point Hanamura is your cheese strat.
I think the cheese might be necessary just to hold the line here, because if they can get through once, they only need 1 tick, so it does not matter what, they have to play point. So I think the cheese comp might be the one thing that keeps them in this game.
Though, unfortunately, it doesn't look like they're going to be running this cheese strat. They're going to be running the Pharah on this defense. And Pharah Junkrat, that isn't going to be it is a very high damage combo, but it's not a very accurate combo. It's a lot of spam. So,
correct.
Are we going to see the spam come out? I just see Flagor getting a lot of charge and a lot of very early Graviton surges.
Correct, but I think the objective for Taylor and Frag is just to get enough damage in to hopefully get ult out. Because I think the ult from Taylor and iFrag might be the difference between them losing and keeping this game as a draw.
Alright, so you heard it here first from Robolt. We're looking at the Pharah and the ult from the Junkrat. We're going to see this Pharah sitting on this Ana. Ana getting taken very low but not finished out. And it's not going to be enough. It's going to be a lot of spam, but Red Mage and this Diva are going to be able to take and hold it just enough. They're going to be taking this high ground now, and Flagor and Diva from this menace. We're seeing him eating a lot of the spam, which is actually huge, even though iFrag nearly has ult.
But that's the thing, I think this is exactly what Frag and Kayla would want. They want as much damage as possible.
Early ultimate. Was that a nano on this Lucio? It is. It was a nano Lucio, and nearly 1v1 to the Mercy. It looks like somebody taking a full team fight. Not Kim Little going to just jump off the edge of the map, trying to reset this for this next fight. And that was 2 people dead. Oh, that was nearly a full team wipe, sorry. And iFrag doing a lot of work there, getting his ult quickly, but he's now running back from base. Will he be back in time for this next push from 1HP?
I'm thinking maybe if he uses his concussion correctly, he should be able to get back, but it all depends. He might be able to make it just in time.
Yep, and it looks like they're going through this right-hand room. No, they're going through the main. Now the Pharah is back. 1HP wasted their tiny window and their tiny advantages that are gathered. Red Mage's shield now currently going down. The charge going down. That is, unfortunately, Diva getting taken out of mech. PK Slayer unfortunately down. And the Orisa ultimate, the supercharge getting popped. It is now going to get taken down by Red Mage, but Red Mage getting purpled and then taken down by this Orisa. That is a nice huge pick. And wow, 6-Head are doing a great job of holding this point.
Correct, the spam is currently feeding them so much ult charge that when they start pushing in, like right now, every team fight there's an ult already ready to go.
So what do you want to see out of 1HP?
I think 1HP just have to charge everything up and then throw it all at once, just to try to win it.
So what, is that, when you say everything at once, is that a 5 ulti? Is it a 4 ulti? Is it a 6 ulti?
I think enough to win the fight, to guarantee the fight. Even if it's overkill, just enough to win it.
Yep. That is the ultimate from iFrag coming down, going to take out Baby's Ana here. Menace going to take out 1, no, 2. The Far Mercy going down. The 3rd coming down. The 4th coming down. Taylor and Green coming down. Menace nearly solo carrying this. He's now currently asleep, but he is doing so much work. Diva ult coming through. Shield coming from Red Mage, not going to take out anybody. And then the Ana's going to get taken down, and that is 1HP taking the series.
As we said earlier, they had to hold the line to win that, throw everything at it to hold that point. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough. And Menace putting on a monster performance this set to win all 3 maps.
So I believe this is the last fight. So here's the iFrag getting taken down very, very quickly. The Mercy ult getting popped, and look at the shots. The 1, the 2, and oh, look at that McCree ultimate. Just cleaning up. That is the 4K from Menace there, closing out the series. Huge performance from him.
Yeah, what a monster Menace has been this game. He's put on a show for us, and what a way to win it. 3-0 against 6-Head.
Do you think 6-Head had any absolutely standout moments in the series?
To be honest, there were a lot of moments where they had opportunities. It's just the play of 1HP through Menace, through Red Mage, through everybody just working together, just holding the line, I think.
Yeah. I believe 1HP just had slightly better comms, they comboed ults better, and also Menace's individual play. 6-Head had some beautiful standout moments, but just nothing enough, if that makes sense. It was close. A lot of these fights were actually very, very close. They stalled out, and they turned into poke fights, as opposed to all of these all-ins, which you see from a dive, where you see the action happening instantly. And these, though, you know, the fight stalled out a little bit. They were taking some damage, they were giving some damage. The healers had time to heal up people. And, yeah. 6-Head didn't really play that badly. 1HP just played it better.
Correct. This was all a game of just being just slightly better, and that's 1HP. Overall, they were just slightly better than 6-Head, and that showed throughout all the games.
I do really look forward to seeing these guys play in the future, though. It was an utter pleasure to watch how these guys played as a team. the maps they played, they actually had an answer to everything that was played. They didn't show really only one style. They played variations on the one style. They didn't play dive, which I'm somewhat unfortunate to see. They're all variation of goats, but they understood why they are playing that variation of goats. They understood why they picked the McCree instead of another tank. They understood why their team comp worked.
I agree with you, and I personally looking forward to seeing OneHP play in Open Division, since they look like a force to be reckoned with.
Mm. Anyway, do you have anything else to add, Robo?
No, actually, I think enough has been said, and I'd say it was a very solid game. Well done to OneHP, and I see them hopefully doing well in this grand finals next week.
Okay, well then, that was Ascent Division 2 semi-final playoffs. And I have been your play-by-play for tonight, Akira, and I have been joined with my beautiful colorcaster, Robolt. And we do very much hope to see you guys in the future. There are more games tomorrow, Saturday at 7 p.m, same time as tonight. I do hope you guys can tune into those. And I'm going to say, good game and good night.
Good night.